Hey guys, Stefan here, the Photo Book Guru, and this week I'm reviewing the fabulous My Social books for you. So what are these? My Social books are not exactly photo books in the traditional sense. They are more like a diary, scrapbook, journal of your activity from Facebook and other social media platforms. The reason why I chose to review them is because they still come in a lovely photo book format, and if you do photo books, there's chances that you might want to do one of these. And if you don't do photo books but you really love your Facebook activity and stuff like that, then you definitely want to have one of these. So from my research based on shipping and email addresses and stuff like that, I think it's a Dutch company, but there's not so much information about that on their website or anywhere else. The creators of the book wanted to come up with something that's not on the market yet, and I think it's one of the most creative ideas, and it's something that is new but also extremely easy and practical for people who use Facebook on a daily basis and who don't want all that information to be lost. So what these books do is they basically take information from your Facebook account, from your Instagram, and they make it into a book without you doing anything at all. And when you open the book, it's basically just a showcase of all your Facebook memories and status updates and comments and likes and picture uploads and photo albums and so on. I created here 3 books, one of Facebook, it's a joint account of my sister and me, one from my Instagram account, and one from my Facebook page. The reason why I did all these 3 books is to show you the difference in the covers, the paper qualities, and also the actual content, how it works and what you can do with these accounts. The books come in a single size, it's 8 by 10 inches, and there's no other size option at the moment. So whichever you do from whichever source with whatever options, it's going to be this size here. For example, in the Instagram book, in the back, you have a double page with your most liked pictures, and in the beginning of the book you have a matrix of your pictures and then a profile image, your most liked pictures, table of contents, and then it starts showing your feed from Instagram with all the comments, hashtags and all that sort of stuff. This review might go on a little bit longer than usual because there's so much that I have to talk about. So let's get into my usual 5s and then I talk a bit more about delivery deals. Stay with me because I have a voucher code for you and also about the pros and cons of these books. So let's start with the cover. You have 3 main options. You have a glossy hardcover, you have a glossy soft cover, and you have a matte hardcover, which is going to be an upgrade premium. With all of these finishes, you can choose from 12 separate designs and 16 colors. So this one here is the glossy hardcover. It's really shiny, that's how it looks, and that's the design I chose for the front. And on the spine, you've got the title, again the same from the front, and you've also got the company logo. On the back, it's plain and you've got the company information in the bottom. The glossy hardcover is really sturdy and I think it's made to very high standards. You're not going to be disappointed with it. It looks very good, it feels nice, it's a nice paper stock, a nice lamination. The second option is the matte hardcover, which is slightly more expensive. That's how it looks. So the exact same quality, but the finish is going to be matte. It has a subtle sheen, but it's not as reflective as the other one, and you'll see the dynamic range is different as well. The blacks are not so black on the matte as on the glossy. So let's compare the two. So that's the difference between the shine with the matte and the glossy hardcover. So let's have a look at the third one, the glossy soft cover. It's this one here. So obviously if you have a shorter book or you don't want to pay so much money, you always go for the soft cover. It only comes in the gloss finish, so that's the kind of glare that you get. And on the spine you still have all the information, although it's really thin, but you can still get everything on it, the company logo, and the back again is the exact same, so you've got the information and that's the kind of thickness of it. This one looks really good as well, and I have no problem with the quality, so either option you choose, it's gonna be great. So let's go on to the binding. Whatever option you choose, the book is going to be perfect bound. So with the soft cover, that's how it looks on the top, and it's glued together to usual perfect bound book. But the good thing about these books is that pages have margins, so nothing is going to get lost in the gutter, unlike with photo books where you have full page images, or you know, just things going around 2 pages, and there's always something getting lost in the middle because of the perfect bound technology. So with these books, this is going to be all good, and you can read all the texts, all the pictures are going to be intact, okay? And it feels really sturdy, no problems with it. I'm quite happy. When you open the book, it starts with a black page and it's stuck together, and then just start paging, and the same on the back. You've got again the social book logo and a black page, and then the book starts. With the hardcover, that's how it looks on top. It's a nice little finish. When you open it, here you've got a white double sheet that connects the book to the main cover, and then another black sheet, and then the book starts. And on the back, it's the exact same situation. You've got a white double spread, then a black page with the logo, and then the book finishes. When you page the hardcover, it's the exact same thing as with the soft cover. As I said, it's a perfect bound book. However, this feels a bit more luxurious and a bit sturdier. So all in all, the binding is pretty good in both cases. Obviously there is no lay flat option. I'm not sure if they would introduce it, because again, these books are not about panoramic pictures and double spreads and layouts and blah blah blah. It's just printing out what you're doing on social media. So I don't think there is a reason to go lay flat with that. It would be too much money and unnecessary in a way, but you never know, they might come up with that option too in the near future. Let's have a look at the paper options now. You've got 2 options. The standard option is the 60 lb in American terms, which works out as 90 grams per square meter in international standards. And the premium paper that you can upgrade to is the deluxe silk, which is 80 lb, which works out as 130 grams per square meter, so 130 GSM. Now I'll show you the first one. This one is the standard thinner paper, and just to show you the texture of it, it's very interesting. It looks a bit silky, but it's not silk, and it's really thin. As you can see, you can slightly see through, and I would compare this to the usual A4 paper that you would use in your home printers. However, the texture of it is slightly nicer. It has a different coating, but it's not the paper that you are used to from photo books, if you ever do photo books for yourself, and I assume you do because you're watching this video. So it's really thin, and since it doesn't have the same coating as silk paper or luster paper, you will notice the fibers in the paper. I think that should make sense. Now, when it comes to the upgraded deluxe silk paper, it's a different story. So if you've made any photo books before, which were, you know, the usual perfect bound standard books, not the lay flat expensive photographic books, then this is the kind of paper that you're going to be used to. And it's a nice silk paper which has a lovely texture, and it has a very subtle sheen, as you can see. And the reason why you would not want to go for a very glossy option in these books is because they are so full of text everywhere, and you want to be able to read that. Now let me try to show you the texture here on a closer image. It's very smooth compared to the other one, and also the blacks look a bit nicer in the silk paper, and it's also slightly thicker. Now let me show you the 2 black pages compared. Let's go to the end. So that's how they look from the distance. That's the upgraded silk, and that's the standard. So if you go closer, you can see how much smoother the silk paper is. Let me try to get even closer. And there is a difference in the blacks as well. Okay, and let's have a look at the colors as well. There is a slight difference in how the colors come out in the two books. If you have a look at the colors in the silk, they look a lot more vibrant than on the standard paper, and I assume the printing process is the same with both of them. So what is my advice when it comes to papers? Now, if you have never done photo books before and all you want is your Facebook to be printed out so you can have a memory of what you did and your updates and posts and things like that, then go for the standard paper. There's no need to pay extra for the deluxe paper because it's going to do the purpose. But if you have done photo books in the past and it matters to you how the pictures are going to be printed, what the colors are going to look like and how the paper feels, then I would very strongly urge you to go for the upgrade and do the silk 130 GSM paper, because it makes a big difference and the price difference is so small that I just don't see any reason why you wouldn't want to do that. Just 2 words about the page count. You need to have a minimum of 25 pages in any of these books in order to create it, and you can go up to an insane number of 500 pages. So having said that, let's talk a little bit about the printing as well. All the books are printed digitally. So my honest opinion about the printing, I would say it's good. Given the purpose that you just want to see your feed from Facebook and Instagram, I think it does a pretty amazing job. The colors look really great. There's nothing really wrong. I didn't see any yellows popping out, anything really oversaturated. The text is crystal clear, and yeah, if you're not approaching these books from a photographic aspect, then you're not going to have any complaints about the printing or the quality of the pictures and the text inside. So let me talk about the software now. I have 3 books here. This one was created from my Facebook feed. This one was created from my Instagram feed, and this one was created from my Facebook page. The things you can do, first of all, you can create books from any Facebook feed. You can your own profile, you can do a couple profile with your partner, you can do a family profile where you can get 4 people's profiles mixed into one book. And this one, actually, I use my sister and my own Facebook feed, so it's a book of the 2 of us. And with Instagram, again, you can use any picture from any Instagram account, and with the page you can just save your activity from any of your pages or any of the pages that you liked. So let me show you first the one that I created from my Facebook page. When you start creating any of these books, the first thing you need to select is the source, where the information is being pulled from. Second, you select the interval, how much of the feed you want to be included in the specific book, and then you select your cover. And after that, you have an option where you can edit the content. And here you've got several things that you can either include or exclude, such as statuses, wall messages, profile pictures, cover photos, timelines, certain albums, and mobile uploads. And also, if you want to remove specific posts, you can do that too. What you can't do, you can't change any of the layouts, you can't change what comments go into which pictures, you can't change the table of contents, you can't change the fonts, you can't change the size of the pictures, you can't change how they are spread out over the pages. So basically, the book is created automatically, and all you can do is select what you don't want in the book. So this one is from my Facebook page. On the first page you have a matrix of people who liked your page, then you have your title and the interval from which the information is pulled from. Then you have a table of contents, most popular photo, and then you start having your intervals. For every interval you have a random status update and just a small info of the things you did. And then your posts start coming up. So for example, you have it says this is a profile picture, Tuesday 6th of January 2015, and you see the comments that people left and how many likes, how many comments. Just to give you a close-up so you can see it. So that's the information that you get about the posts. And then In the top corner here, you've got February 2015, and then you just carry on and more feed, same kind of stuff. Then you go on, and when you get to the end of the book, after the last post, you will have your most liked pictures. So again, a matrix of the pictures that people liked the most, and then that's it. Now with the Instagram, it's a very similar story. So you select the period from which you want your pictures to be pulled, and in the beginning you have a matrix of random images. Then you have the period, your profile picture from Instagram, your profile name, and again just the most popular photo, table of contents, pretty similar to the Facebook page one, and then your period starts again. Now something that I didn't like so much, that you have these empty spaces. So when the book is creating itself automatically, it could use a bit better spatial algorithm or whatever it is, because on some pages it's fully utilized and you don't have any space, but here this could have easily be fitted down here, but I don't know, you can't really change this, so that's how it comes. You get your hashtags and then any comments that people left. I think it would be nice if some of your most liked pictures would be like a page size, or maybe half a page, so just a little bit bigger than the other ones. When you get to the end of this book, you will have again the same most liked images, and that's it. Now let me show you the last one, the Facebook one. Now my Facebook is not extremely active, because that's just the way I am. So I had to use my sister's profile together with mine to create a book. And when you do this, it's very interesting how it's labeled. So in the beginning you have a matrix of your friends, and then it shows the profiles that the book is going to use. So it's my sister and me. Then this is where it gets really interesting. So the book is divided into two. All the posts and entries which were made by my sister are going to have a pink sign to it, or a pink color, and the ones by me are going to be blue. So here on this page you can see the pink background with the likes and the posts. So these were made by my sister and these were made by me, so you can easily distinguish who were the posts published by. And then if you carry on, now with the Facebook version you can get slightly bigger images, and also it's using the space a bit better. And now if you have albums on Facebook, then you can get full pages with just pictures like here. And when you get to the end, again you get a mixture of the most liked pictures from both profiles, and that's the end of the book. Alright, so let's talk a bit about delivery. Delivery, you have three options. You can choose either their international mail or FedEx, which has tracked and not trackable options. My books were sent with FedEx. They came in 2 days. It was really quick, and the turnaround was very quick as well. So let me mention the price of the books, because that's something that all of you want to know. The books are extremely cheap. For a 25-page book you will pay £11, which is roughly $14, and if you want it to be hardcover, then it's going to be £13, which is again $16 or $17. So the books are really reasonably priced. There's no reason why not to try them out. Now let me mention a few of my pros and cons. What I love about the books is the creative idea behind, that you can go into your account or just a page or your Instagram feed and create a book without spending hours and hours importing in your pictures and posts and text and placing it on layouts. It's just doing it all for you automatically. The second thing that I love is the high maximum page count. A book with 500 pages is going to be enough for anybody. I love the binding of the books. Whichever you choose was really high quality. I also loved the creative designs for the front page. As you can see, they are all different, and you don't need to really think about it. Furthermore, I like the print quality in the book. It's just a digital book, but there was nothing really wrong with it. There were no errors in the book anywhere. Print quality for the price, I think, is more than amazing. Now, just a few things that I didn't love so much about the books, or just things that could maybe change or just give us some more options. The first thing is the size. Although it's really cool when you have loads of volumes and you put them on the shelf, they're all the same size and they look nicely and it's good for your OCD, but I think it would be nice to have at least 2-3 options for the size, a medium, small and the large. The second thing is what I mentioned already in the Instagram bit where I was reviewing that sometimes you get these empty spaces in the bottom, so the space is not utilized 100%, and in other places you can get, you know, fully used up. So I don't understand why it leaves space in the bottom here. And also it would be nice to have the option, or even if you can do it without options, to have your favorite pictures or the most liked pictures to be slightly bigger, or like a full page feature image every now and then in the book. And it's interesting because in the Facebook version, as you could see, that's not a problem, because you can have bigger pictures and full pages with pictures, but when it comes to Instagram, it just doesn't work the same way. And finally, I think it would be nice to get some more cover options, maybe linen or leather, because especially when you do a 500-page book, there's a lot of information and memories in it. So some people might want to spend a little bit more on it. And finally, for those of you who stayed with me, here is the voucher code for you. When you go to your checkout, use the code TPBGURU, the photo book guru, it's an abbreviation, and you will get a discount. I will detail in the description below the discount and also the expiry date for the code. If you want to see more up-close images of the books or just a bit more information, come to my blog, thephotoboogguru.com. Thank you for watching, and as always, subscribe for more.